At the bottom of our oceans, unseen by many, lies a diverse and complex ecosystem bustling with life. Lacking in light and nutrients, one would imagine nothing could survive, but as the saying goes, life always seems to find a way to persist through all the hardships Earth throws at us. The deep-sea hydrothermal vents in particular are a source of life and one of the most interesting ecosystems in my opinion. With resources being at an all-time low, you can imagine that the common law of minimum we have learned is taken to an extreme at these depths. The resources at this depth are scarce and rarely found, and one of the few sources found is marine snow, detritus that floats down into the ocean base as the name says, like snow. But you might be wondering, how do such organisms even adapt, and what evolutionary changes have allowed them to survive at such intense pressures? The answer is chemosynthesis, and a lot of time over the span of Earth's life for evolution. Chemoautotrophs create glucose, water, and sulfur from inorganic chemicals found at these massive black smoker vents, which allows for energy to be created in an otherwise empty environment. This abiotic-biotic relationship between these bacteria and the smokers allows for these areas to be teeming with life. Another species that thrives at the basin is the tube worm, which have these bacteria inside of them to survive. The tube worms are essentially the best example of a biotic-biotic relationship found at the bottom of this ocean. And while they provide shelter and life for the bacteria in return feed them in a mutualistic relationship. Now when it comes to our knowledge of the ocean, we look back to the indigenous peoples of Canada, who originally viewed our oceans and water as a community brimming with life, of which who deserves respect and kindness rather than seeing it simply as an object of profit. When we use the two-eyed seeing method, we can incorporate indigenous ways of thinking in order to maintain this vast ecosystem at the bottom of our oceans by not exploiting its resources, and incorporate the Western way of thinking and science of our oceans using chemistry and biology to garner a better appreciation of the vast interactions that go on in this wonderful ecosystem. I hope this video helped pique your interest in the deep ocean and its wonders, and maybe even convince you to help put a halt to deep-sea mining operations to preserve our wonderful world.